What if the life you dream about isn't waiting for some lucky break, but for your next small decision? Think about that for a moment. Every successful person you admire, every entrepreneur, every leader, every millionaire, every person who built a life of freedom didn't arrive there overnight. They didn't wake up one morning with confidence, wealth, discipline, and success magically placed in their hands. No, they built it, one day at a time, one habit at a time, one consistent action at a time. Most people chase motivation. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, the perfect timing. But here's the truth that changes everything. Success doesn't belong to the most talented. Success belongs to the most consistent. The difference between people who achieve greatness and people who remain stuck often comes down to one simple word: consistency. Consistency is not exciting. It's not glamorous. It doesn't always feel rewarding in the moment. Sometimes it feels repetitive. Sometimes it feels invisible. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening at all. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. Every disciplined action is planting seeds. Every early morning, every extra effort, every promise you keep to yourself, it's shaping your future. And one day, what seemed invisible becomes impossible to ignore. Your habits become your identity becomes your results, and your results become your legacy. So if you've ever felt like giving up, if you've ever wondered whether your efforts matter, if you've ever questioned whether success is truly possible for you, stay with me until the very end, because today, you're going to discover the 5 life-changing lessons that can help you think rich, grow strong, and build lasting success through consistency. Lesson 1. Small actions create big results. The modern world is obsessed with the spectacle of the overnight success, often ignoring the quiet, repetitive labor that makes such a pinnacle possible. We are conditioned by high-speed internet and instant gratification to believe that if a transformation isn't visible within 48 hours, it isn't happening. However, the architecture of a significant life is built on the foundation of the mundane. When you choose to engage in a small, positive action, you are engaging in the law of compounding. Just as a single penny doubled every day for a month eventually turns into millions, the tiny adjustments we make in our daily routines eventually balloon into life-altering achievements. To ignore the small is to forfeit the great. For the mountain is nothing more than a collection of pebbles. Think of success as an organic process rather than a mechanical one. You cannot force a tree to grow to its full height in a single afternoon by drenching it in a year's worth of water. You would only succeed in drowning the roots. Growth requires the rhythmic, patient application of nourishment over time. This is where most people stumble. They look at the seed in the soil and, seeing no immediate sprout, they walk away in frustration. They fail to realize that beneath the surface, a complex system of roots is being established to support the massive weight of the future tree. Your daily efforts, those 10 pages of reading, that extra hour of practice, are the root system. They are invisible to the casual observer, but they are the only things that will keep you standing when the storms of life inevitably arrive. When we break down monumental goals into microscopic tasks, we strip away the paralysis of overwhelm. Writing a 600-page manuscript is terrifying. Writing 500 words before breakfast is a manageable habit. The psychological shift that occurs when you focus on the small is profound. It removes the ego's need for a grand stage and replaces it with the craftsman's focus on the tool at hand. By the time you look up from your work, the accumulation of these minor victories has created a result that seems impossible to those who only look at the finished product. The world sees the masterpiece, but the creator remembers the thousands of individual brushstrokes that were, at the time, seemingly insignificant. Furthermore, these small actions act as a litmus test for your character. It is easy to be heroic when the cameras are rolling, or when the stakes are visibly high. It is much harder to be diligent when no one is watching, and the reward is months or years away. By committing to simple daily disciplines, you are training your brain to value process over outcome. You are learning to find satisfaction in the work itself. This detachment from immediate results is actually the fastest way to achieve them. When you stop obsessing over the finish line and start obsessing over the quality of your next step, you find that the finish line has a way of rushing toward you. Consistency in small things also creates a protective barrier against failure. If your success is built on one giant leap, a single slip can be fatal. But if your success is built on 1,000 tiny steps, A single stumble is merely a footnote. You haven't lost your momentum, you have simply missed one of many marks. This resilience allows you to persist where others would crumble. You understand that greatness is not an event, but a direction. As long as the small actions are pointed toward your ultimate North Star, the big results are not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Never let the simplicity of a task blind you to its potential for transformation. Lesson 2. Discipline will take you further than motivation. Motivation is a fickle companion that usually departs the moment the weather turns cold or the work becomes difficult. It is a chemical spike, a temporary emotional high, fueled by a new idea or an inspiring speech. While motivation is a wonderful spark to start the engine, it is a terrible fuel for the long haul. Relying on motivation to achieve your goals is like relying on a thunderstorm to water your crops. It's unpredictable, often violent, and rarely sustained. Discipline, on the other hand, is the irrigation system. It is a controlled, reliable flow of effort that functions regardless of the emotional climate. To be disciplined is to be the master of your internal state, rather than a slave to your external circumstances. The danger of the motivation-first mindset is that it validates procrastination. If you believe you must feel like doing something in order to do it well, you give yourself a valid excuse to quit every time you are tired, bored, or anxious. This creates a cycle of inconsistency that erodes your progress. High achievers understand that the feeling of wanting to do the work usually follows the act of starting the work. Action is the cause of motivation, not just the result of it. By the time the disciplined person has finished their first hour of work, the motivation they were waiting for has finally shown up. But by then, they've already made significant headway. Wealth and greatness are cold, hard metrics that do not care about your mood. The market doesn't care if you had a bad night's sleep. It only cares if you provided value. The gym doesn't care if you feel uninspired. It only cares if you lifted the weight. When you operate based on discipline, you remove the negotiation between your mind and your body. You stop asking yourself, "Do I want to do this?" and instead state, "This is what I am doing." This internal clarity saves an immense amount of mental energy that would otherwise be wasted on internal debate. Discipline is the highest form of self-love because it ignores immediate comforts for the sake of long-term fulfillment. We must also recognize that discipline is a muscle that must be trained. You do not wake up one day with an unbreakable will. You build it by making small, disciplined choices when the stakes are low. Choosing the salad over the burger or the book over the remote are the weightlifting sessions for your soul. Over time, these choices become your default setting. You begin to take pride in your ability to override your impulses. This self-mastery is the ultimate competitive advantage. In a world that is increasingly designed to distract us and cater to our every whim, the person who can remain focused and diligent is a king among peasants. Finally, discipline provides a sense of peace that motivation never can. Motivation is anxious. It is constantly looking for the next hit to keep going. Discipline is calm. It knows the plan and trusts the execution. When you are disciplined, you don't have to worry about whether you'll achieve your goals because you are already doing the things that lead to them. The outcome becomes an inevitable byproduct of your daily conduct. You realize that you don't need to be unstoppable every day. You just need to be unquittable. Show up, do the work, and let the discipline carry you across the distance that motivation couldn't even see. Lesson 3. Your habits shape your identity. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. This is the fundamental truth of human psychology. We act in accordance with who we believe we are. If you see yourself as a smoker, you will smoke even when you are trying to quit. If you see yourself as an athlete, you will train even when you are tired. Most people try to change their results without changing their identity, which is like trying to change the temperature in a room while the thermostat is still set to 60 degrees. Your habits are the mechanism by which you change the setting on your internal thermostat. They provide the evidence you need to believe a new story about yourself. When you wake up at 5 a.m. to work on a side project, you aren't just getting work done. You are providing yourself with undeniable proof that you are a disciplined person. This proof is more powerful than any affirmation you could say in the mirror. You cannot lie to yourself about your actions. If you consistently show up, your brain eventually accepts the new reality. I am the kind of person who works hard. Once this identity takes root, your behavior becomes automatic. You no longer have to try to be hardworking. You simply are hardworking. The friction between who you are and what you do begins to disappear, leading to a state of flow and authenticity. Identity-based habits create a permanent shift in standards. When your identity changes, things that used to be acceptable to you become intolerable. You stop settling for mediocre relationships, dead-end jobs, and poor health, because those things no longer fit the person you have become. This is the identity gap. If you view yourself as a high-value individual, you naturally gravitate toward high-value activities. You begin to protect your time and energy with a ferocity that others might find strange. But to you, it is simply a matter of maintaining the integrity of your new self. Your habits have raised the floor of what you are willing to tolerate. This process also works in reverse, which is why bad habits are so destructive. A single mistake is just a mistake, but a repeated bad habit is a vote for a negative identity. Every time you procrastinate, you are telling yourself, I am someone who avoids challenges. Every time you break a promise, you are saying, I am someone who cannot be trusted. Over time, these small betrayals of self accumulate into a heavy shroud of shame and low self-esteem. Breaking free from this requires a conscious effort to cast votes for the opposite identity. It requires you to act like the person you want to be until you actually become that person. Ultimately, your habits are the blueprint of your destiny. They are the small, daily manifestations of your deepest values. By choosing your habits intentionally, you are taking the wheel of your own evolution. You are deciding that you will not be a product of your environment or your past, but a product of your current choices. This is the ultimate freedom, the ability to reinvent yourself through the power of repetitive action. Your life is not a static thing. It is a moving target, and your habits are the sights that help you hit the mark. Choose them wisely, for they are the bricks that build the house you will live in forever. Lesson 4. Consistency builds confidence. Confidence is frequently misunderstood as a personality trait, something you either have or you don't. In reality, confidence is a byproduct of competence and integrity. It is the deep-seated belief that you can handle whatever life throws at you, because you have handled everything life has thrown at you so far. This belief is forged in the fire of consistency. When you show up every day and do what you said you would do, you are building a reservoir of self-trust. This trust is the foundation of true confidence. It is not the loud, arrogant bravado of the insecure. It is the quiet, steady assurance of the person who knows their own worth. The primary reason people suffer from low self-confidence is that they are in a constant state of self-betrayal. They make grand resolutions on New Year's Day and abandon them by February. They promise themselves they'll start the diet on Monday and quit by Tuesday afternoon. Each time you break a promise to yourself, you are sending a signal to your subconscious that your word is worthless. You begin to view yourself as unreliable. How can you have confidence in a person you can't even trust to go for a walk or read a book? Consistency is the only cure for this internal fracture. By keeping small promises, you begin to repair the relationship with yourself. As you overcome small challenges through consistent effort, your threat assessment of the world changes. Obstacles that once seemed like insurmountable mountains begin to look like manageable hills. You have a track record of success to look back on. When a new problem arises, you can say to yourself, I have survived 100% of my bad days, and I have mastered 100% of the skills I've committed to so far. I can handle this too. This isn't wishful thinking. It is a logical conclusion based on evidence. Confidence is simply the memory of past victories applied to a future challenge. Consistency also builds confidence by removing the fear of the unknown. When you practice a skill every day, you become intimately familiar with its nuances. You learn the rhythm of the work. You learn where the pitfalls are and how to avoid them. This mastery creates a sense of relaxed readiness. You don't have to be nervous because you know exactly what to do. Whether it's public speaking, coding, or managing a team, the more times you do it, the less power it has to intimidate you. Familiarity breeds confidence, and consistency is the only way to achieve true familiarity. Finally, when action becomes a lifestyle, your belief system undergoes a radical transformation. You stop looking for external validation because your internal validation is so strong. You don't need someone else to tell you that you're doing a good job. The work itself tells you. You begin to radiate a sense of purpose and stability that draws people to you. This is the belief that changes everything. It is the realization that you are the architect of your own character, and that your potential is limited only by your willingness to remain consistent. Confidence is the prize you win for refusing to quit on yourself. Lesson 5. Patience multiplies success. Patience is not a passive waiting. It is an active, strategic endurance. It is the understanding that the most valuable things in life operate on a different timeline than our desires. In a culture that celebrates hacking everything from fitness to finance, patience is often viewed as a weakness or a sign of inefficiency. However, the most successful people in history have all been masters of the long game. They understood that the tipping point, that moment when effort finally yields exponential results, only occurs after a long period of linear, often invisible progress. To quit before that point is to lose everything you've invested. Most people quit just as the compounding effect is about to kick in. They see the first few months of effort yielding only marginal gains and conclude that the strategy isn't working. But progress is rarely a straight line. It is more often a J-curve. There is a long period of struggle followed by a sudden vertical surge. Patience is the bridge that carries you across the flat part of the curve. Without it, you are doomed to a life of starting and stopping, never staying with one thing long enough to see it reach its full potential. You become a jack of all trades, but a master of nothing, always chasing the next shiny object. The building season is often a lonely and unglamorous time. It is the period when you are putting in the work, but the world hasn't started paying attention yet. This is where the true high achievers are separated from the dreamers. The high achiever knows that the silence is part of the process. They use the building season to refine their craft, harden their resolve, and prepare for the pressures of success. They are not discouraged by a lack of applause, because they are not working for the applause. They are working for the result. They understand that if they keep moving forward, the breakthrough is not a miracle. It is a mathematical certainty. Patience also allows you to make better decisions. When you are in a rush, you are prone to making desperation moves, taking shortcuts, cutting corners, or entering into bad deals just to see a quick return. These moves almost always backfire in the long run. A patient person has the luxury of waiting for the right opportunity. They can afford to be meticulous. Because they aren't panicked about the clock, they can build a foundation that is solid enough to support a massive structure. Success that is built quickly is often fragile. Success that is built patiently is nearly indestructible. In the end, consistency plus patience creates an unstoppable momentum that can overcome almost any obstacle. It is like a glacier. It may move slowly, but its mass and persistence allow it to reshape the very landscape it crosses. If you refuse to quit, you eventually become a force of nature. Your breakthrough may come tomorrow, or it may come next year, but as long as you are moving, you are winning. Never quit during the building season, for that is when your future is being forged. The reward for your patience will not just be the goal you achieve, but the person you become while waiting for it. At the end of the day, success is not a mystery. It's not reserved for the lucky. It's not reserved for the gifted. It's not reserved for the people who started with advantages. Success belongs to those who stay consistent when others quit. It belongs to those who keep showing up when nobody is watching. It belongs to those who keep learning when others get comfortable. It belongs to those who keep believing when results are invisible. The truth is, your future is being built right now, not by what you do once in a while, but by what you do every single day. Every choice matters. Every habit matters. Every action matters. The books you read, the thoughts you think, the people you surround yourself with, the discipline you practice, the promises you keep to yourself. These things are shaping your destiny. If you truly want to think rich, grow rich, and live rich, then stop searching for shortcuts. Start building consistency, because consistency creates discipline. Discipline creates confidence. Confidence creates action, and action creates success. Years from now, your life will reflect the decisions you make today. So ask yourself, will you choose excuses, or will you choose growth? Will you choose comfort, or will you choose greatness? The power is in your hands. Start small, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay patient, and most importantly, never stop showing up for your dreams. Because the life you want is not built in a day, it's built daily.